ไปถึงโอ้ยแดงต้นกันร้องป่วยไม่ได้จัดก็คือว่าจะเอาโรคตัวอย่างเงี้ยก่อนคืนกับไปตัวน้ำกินซ้อมป่วยแท็กซี่ว่าด้วยเขาไปได้แล้วไปหยอกเขาก็ว่าเป็นเรื่องสอบประกาศความแล้วก็ติดนอนดีมีดอกบ่มี
Well, the guys busily finished the extension veranda area we put on the building project we were doing. They finished at 5:30. These guys, this time 2 machines working in tandem, well, they turned up at 6 and were busily cutting by 6:30, and so harvest has started for us. We really haven't had much of a break today. Well, we haven't had any break today. We're still on the go. We had a late breakfast, no lunch. We haven't had any tea or dinner just yet, so we're hanging in there, guys. So we're down in this grubby wet corner, and you're really struggling to see, I'm afraid, guys, with this camera, but the machine's just been through here. It's 6:30. It's black outside. So one machine on his way back up, and you can see another machine is coming from the left hand side of our viewport.
Bớt bỏ
bò bớt ruột thì bò
พอแล้วไปกินสักหนึ่งก็ทอดละ
Not good?
Yeah
ตัวนี้จะเอาไปชิมหรอ
แม่น
เอาไปซ้ำอีกหรอ
Car come. Okay. So guys, it's 9:30 and we're still going. The machines haven't stopped, so they've been busy going for 3 hours. We've taken one load of rice, actually filled the back of the Vigo and took that up beside the Mystery House project. That's sitting there. I did notice that they put some into their truck with high sides. I'm not sure what's happening there. I thought Mem was going to keep it all, but we've got another issue happening and maybe she's going to sell as much as she can, so we'll see what happens. We've had a mixture of rice that's fallen over and rice that's standing up. Mostly 70% has fallen over, but they seem to be happy enough with what they're getting. Mem seems to be happy enough with it. It's going to take a lot more cleaning because we're dragging right up from the base of the plant, where normally we're just cutting the heads off, which is maybe 500 mil up from the ground, 50 centimeters, but this we're having to go a lot closer down towards the earth, so we're picking up a load of other stuff too. That'll have to be cleaned out, but in the meantime it'll be put to dry in the sun, and we'll winnow out a lot of the excess chaff and stuff, which is also a bit of a problem when you're cutting so low. But we'll get there. I'll keep you updated, and maybe this will all become one video. I'm not sure, well, one video or more than one, but I'll try and make it cohesive for you.
จอดมันช่วงเอาไปตากไว้อยู่กับสินอนขี่รถมากก็ได้มัน
เพราะว่าเท่าวัดผมนี่เขาจะไปดื่มกัน
ว้ายมันมือแต่เล่าคนเดียวได้หลายที่
เขากินกันก้อนหรอวะ
ทอดแล้วสั่ง
ไม่ต้องมาเที่ยวไปเป็นไงวะแล้วปล่อยในถนนเลยผมขายในรถคัน
ทอดแล้วทอดแล้ว
Well guys, as you can see, first use of the new structure. The shade cloth is up and we had the harvest and the shade cloth is up. They finished at 5:30 doing that and 6:30 the harvester came in and started taking our rice. So that took all that evening and they dumped the portion of rice that we wanted to keep here on our brand new concrete, barely day and a half old. Immediately came into use. So we lay it out on blue plastic. Majority of it went to the company. We sold it. And this portion we're keeping this year for ourselves. So this needs to be dried properly and cleaned a little bit for foreign material before we put it into bags and store it. Now, it's been out for a day. Started off again today to let it dry a bit more. We turn it every few hours, let the oxygen and sun get to it. In the front, darling, I put in the front. And lo and behold, we got clouds and we might be having rain. So we're going to have to put that rice under cover. We don't want it to get wet and rained on, otherwise it'll be ruined. So that's where we're at right now. And Helen's getting organised and we're rolling it into the middle and then we're going to move it under cover. So that's what's happening. Well, the rice is off for another season, guys. The paddocks are resting now. The rice has been taken off and we're just left with obviously the stalks here. In a while, after a period of time, a month, 2 months, 3 months, but while it's still moist, we'll have the tractor through and it'll do a rough turn. We'll turn the stalks in, and while things are still a bit moist, then they'll start to rot as they've been turned in. And some of the goodness and obviously the trace elements, chemicals, etc., that make up the rice that grew it will be turned back into the soil and revitalise the soil for the following year's crop. But now, all quiet on the farm. Sun's coming up. The dam is still. Delaney's wandering down the farm with the dog. She's heading out to the road down there. But all quiet on the farm. As far as you can see, the rice has been taken and we move into the next period of the seasons in Thailand. So got some work to do on the cultivator. I've ordered some bearings. The tensioner that was on that's not working correctly. It was locking up, so as soon as you turn the thing on it was in drive and the tines were spinning, the motor was driving the wheels. So the moment you actually got the thing to start in gear, it was off and took a bit to control. So we did what we needed to do. There's a lever here which is supposed to control the actual drive. So as it is now, it would normally be in, let's say, neutral. But then as you push it forward, it engages the tensioner inside here. 2 belts drive comes from the motor into the gearbox, which is then connected to the wheels down here, and also up here is the control for the high, low or neutral on the cultivator tines. But when we're actually taking it out of neutral up here and drive here, the tensioner in here is supposed to come off the belts and the motor will just freewheel because there's no tension on them. It's not pulling them into the grooves to give drive. But what was happening is the tensioner wasn't coming back enough and it was still holding drive all the time, which made it a bit of a nuisance. So I've taken the tensioner out. There's a couple of small bearings, about alternator size bearings, 6001s. So I've ordered a couple new of those. They should be here today or tomorrow. I'll get those in and we'll get that functioning properly again. So all quiet on the eastern front because we're in Far East Thailand. Sun's coming up. Things are growing, things are happening. Flowers are growing. The lady's off wandering around somewhere. You turn your back on her for a couple of minutes and she's gone in a totally different direction to what you expected. But all good, guys. Take care. We'll catch you in the next video. Bye.